What if it is actually possible for you to convert your everyday drinking water to a powerful medication? Will that be something interesting to you? You're welcome to this amazing Longer Life Healthy Living presentation. We have come to realize that currently in Nigeria, the life expectancy as at 2021 is 53 years. And this is mainly because of our attitude towards our health. Data actually shows today in Nigeria that most people in Nigeria die because of health reasons, much more than insecurity and road accidents. What that means is that we can actually shift the trajectory of deaths in Nigeria if we have a better attitude towards our health. Ladies and gentlemen, according to World Health Organization, they said the top 10 causes of death associated with our environment that we can actually alter and do something about. Number one is stroke. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you this question. You listening to me right now, someone in your family or someone you know related to your family members had either suffered from stroke, is currently suffering stroke, or is developing symptoms of stroke, or probably you've lost a loved one as a result of stroke. Now, every family in Nigeria has a case or a story of someone related to that family who had died or is suffering from stroke. Another is ischemic heart diseases, unintentional injuries, cancers, breast cancer, prostate cancer, which a lot of people are struggling with today. Ladies and gentlemen, all of these top 10 causes of diseases can actually be avoided if we understand certain basic things. Now, why exactly is this so? There is a phenomenon called oxidative stress. Ladies and gentlemen, what is oxidative stress? Oxidative stress is a condition that may occur when there are too many unstable molecules called free radicals in the body and not enough antioxidants to get rid of them. Oxidative stress is the continuous imbalance between free radicals and antioxidants in your body. This can cause damages to your tissues, to your cells, to your organs, and result in various diseases. Ladies and gentlemen, what are the causes of oxidative stress? Basically, the imbalance between the rate of free radicals formation and the capacity of the cells to clear them is caused by poor diet. In this part of Africa, in this part of the world, in Nigeria, you would agree with me that over 90% of our food consumption is carbohydrates. Now, guess what? Not just that, smoking. Some of you here will say, I'm not a smoker, but guess what? You are not a primary smoker. Absolutely correct. But you are a secondary smoker. You inhale smoke, and that still does the job. Now, drinking alcohol, come on now, we call it flexing in Nigeria. Obesity, taking certain medicines. I heard a doctor some time back say something interesting. He said, every medicine you take has a side effect. But the reason you don't notice the side effect is because the job you bought it for, it had done the job. So you don't know what is the other thing it did because you've gotten treatment for what you wanted to use it for. Now, ladies and gentlemen, exposure to environmental factors such as radiation, toxins, air pollution, pesticides, insecticides, sunlight, and the rest. Of course, you spray the shutters in your house for the mosquitoes, but guess what? You also inhaled the same thing. Now, guess what? What are the effects of these free radicals or oxidative stress in the human body? They are the reasons for stroke. They are the reasons for arthritis, for heart diseases, for cancer. They are the reasons for fast aging, cell and tissue damages, extreme weakness, even after you have rested, chronic inflammations. When you hear the word inflammations, those are diseases, ailments related to the ITIS family. That is the arthritis family, the hepatitis family, and all of those things. Okay, loss of vision, immune deficiency, hair loss, Parkinson's disease, and Alzheimer's disease, and emphysema. Ladies and gentlemen, all of this and so many other things are the effects of oxidative stress. But you notice we are highly exposed to these free radicals and the things that causes free radicals. So it is something that we can't even escape. There is something we can actually do something about. And what we can do something about is to ensure that our body has sufficient antioxidants, because antioxidants comes to the rescue. Now, the antioxidants have the job of destroying these disease-causing agents called free radicals. Now, according to World Health Organization, the various major sources of antioxidants, natural sources of antioxidants, are fruits and vegetables. And that's why they encourage you to take a minimum of 5 different fruits and 5 different vegetables. Ladies and gentlemen, you are not to take them every year. You are not to take them every month, not even every week. You are meant to take 5 different fruits and vegetables every day for you to have sufficient antioxidants in your body. Now, the big question is this. The challenge is, how many of us eat fruits and vegetables every day to get these antioxidants? How many can eat the quantity, even if you say, okay, I take fruits and vegetables, how many eat the quantity that will provide the required amount of antioxidants? And let's even say you started doing that. What will it cost you to maintain this particular lifestyle? Now, it will cost you a lot of money. Now, this is the reason why some companies, like the company we partner with, they decided to blend all these fruits and vegetables that we need, and they put them in the form of capsules called food supplements that you can take. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there are so many of such supplements that are made available. Guess what? They even made them in form of toothpaste, in form of medications, in form of beverages. Ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine that? Now, and do you know the beautiful thing? There are so many testimonies from individuals who have used these supplements to fight the effects of free radicals in their body. There is a good news. What is the good news? The good news is that an ideal antioxidant has been found. Ladies and gentlemen, so apart from taking food supplements and other sources of antioxidants, an ideal antioxidant has been found. And that is the most interesting part of this presentation. Now, you need to pay close attention to this. Listen to this. A bunch of research had been conducted so many years ago. One very important research was one that was conducted in America. Why was that significant? In 1925, the former president of America, Theodore Roosevelt, had poliomyelitis, but he notices that each time he goes to a particular spring in Georgia, in America, he goes to that spring to go for refreshment, to go for relaxation, to go and bath, just go and do things, just to relax in the water. Now, each time he goes to that spring in Georgia, he notices that his right leg that was affected by poliomyelitis, he noticed that he is able to move the leg. Now, this is something that he can't do on a normal day, but each time he goes to the spring, he noticed that he's able to do that. So he had to, of course, some of his scientists had to go and start checking what was going on there, and they found out that the water in that spring contained a high concentration of molecular hydrogen. Now, according to the Wellness Lab, they said molecular hydrogen, of course, is the smallest molecule in the universe. But this is the most important part. But it is a well-known and a powerful antioxidant. Ladies and gentlemen, this is groundbreaking. This is the most interesting part of the discovery, that molecular hydrogen is a powerful antioxidant. Remember, we need antioxidants in our body. We get them from fruits and vegetables and capsules or supplements, but hydrogen as a molecule is a powerful antioxidant. So how does this mean? Because hydrogen molecule is the smallest molecule in the universe, it has the capacity to enter every part of the human body. Every part of the human body. It looks for the most dangerous free radicals because it is an antioxidant and eliminates those free radicals anywhere in the body. Everyone drinks water, you know, water does not have an enemy. So imagine that the water you are now drinking becomes hydrogen rich, meaning it is not just water you are now taking a super antioxidant. Imagine that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, so many clinical tests had been done and so many results came out. These are things you can find online. According to Medicine.net, it's also used for ulcer treatment, wound healing, to quell down blood pressure, ischemic stroke, high blood pressure, liver fat, memory function, diabetes, guys, diabetes. Oh, wow. Immune system, kidney damage. Can you imagine that? Sleep disorder, arthritis, fresher skin for the ladies. Hello, ladies, fresher skin. Hello, fresher skin, guys. Now, and many more health treatments and the prevention of such health issues. So the big question at the end of the day is, how can you, listening to the sound of my voice, generate your own hydrogen water at the comfort of your home or your office or anywhere you are? That's the big question. Because in most hospitals, they have hydrogen, but they have them in cylinders or in other forms that is industrial, meaning they can use it for other purposes. But how can you have your own molecular hydrogen-rich water? Now, so here's the question. This is where the organization we partner with got involved with a Japanese technology that produced a gadget in South Korea, that manufactured a gadget called Ultra H2 molecular hydrogen generator. Yes, take that to heart. Now, this gadget generates molecular hydrogen, increasing the concentration of molecular hydrogen in the water that you are supposed to drink. So you take the water you're supposed to drink, put it into this gadget. Once you put it into the gadget, you cover it, ladies and gentlemen, and you've recharged the gadget, and of course, you power it up, and it generates molecular hydrogen, increasing the concentration of molecular hydrogen in the water, making it hydrogen rich. So the question is, how sure are we that it is actually hydrogen molecules that it is being generated? All right, so let's look at a test that was conducted by one of our powerful leaders who did a little test. Watch this.
Hello, this is Nefue Semai, and we're going to be doing a simple hydrogen test. This is our Ultra H2 bottle. It is generating hydrogen right now. But the question is, are we sure it's actually hydrogen that is generating? So we're just going to do that simple test. I had to get the tester. All right, this is the test kit. I don't know if you can see that. All right, lighting is not so good, but then we'll go right into it. All right, this is the test kit here. And this is the blue reagent. So you actually need a blue reagent for hydrogen test, right? Then these are cups so that we can do a simultaneous test with normal water and hydrogen water, okay? So now this is normal water poured into the hydrogen bottle, and we have generated the hydrogen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour normal water here to the level of 6 ml. All right, so that's 6 ml. Then we pour the hydrogen water here. 6 ml as well, so I'm going to have to reduce it. Good. All right, on the red level. So this hydrogen, water, and normal water. So all I need to do is, if I put this blue reagent in normal water, it will remain blue. It remains blue. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I use the stirrer. If I stir it, it remains blue, right? Then I put here. Now it's supposed to clear the blue reagent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could go on and on and on and on and on. And if you turn it, voila. This is packed with hydrogen. So, ladies and gentlemen, take your hydrogen water and remain healthy.
That is exactly what it does. So you can see the test that was conducted and the amazing thing that happened if the hydrogen-rich water enters your body. Imagine those free radicals impact would have been eliminated in your body, just like you saw in that test. Now, this is a woman who was placed on oxygen, but they also added the molecular hydrogen to the air she was taking. Why? This is key. Now, for individuals who are asthmatic, you can actually connect this as a cannula. You can connect it and inhale hydrogen gas that helps you take care of challenges that you have with your respiratory system. Now, that is the gadget. Now, guess what? This Ultra H2 molecular hydrogen generator turns your potable water into super antioxidant water. This is the highest molecular hydrogen generator that creates up to 1,500 parts per billion. There are over 800 human clinical studies regarding molecular hydrogen. This is an advanced Japanese technology made in South Korea. This is amazing, guys. Like, this is amazing. Now, after so many extensive research was conducted, it was found out that consuming 1.5 liters of hydrogen-rich water is equivalent to taking 79 fingers of banana, 38 carrots, 516 apples, 3.7 pumpkins, 145 spinach, 176 times of vitamin C. Vitamin C, which is a powerful antioxidant. But imagine, just 1.5 liters of hydrogen-rich water gives you over 176 times of vitamin C, 290 times of catechin, 309 times of glutathione. Ladies, glutathione. Come on, that's for your skin, man. 431 times of vitamin E, 863 times of coenzyme Q10. This is amazing. This is amazing, guys. Super amazing. All right, what are the benefits of hydrogen water? Now, according to a series of tests conducted by scientists around the world, including graduates of Shimane University, the graduates of Loma Linda University, the First Affiliated Hospital of China Medical University, and much more, they concluded that hydrogen water offers treatments for the following diseases and ailments. Number one, inflammation. Remember, I told you about inflammation. That is the ITIS family of diseases. Hepatitis, arthritis, all the ITs, right? Diabetes, muscle pain, which is exercise included. So you did an exercise and you are experiencing muscle pain. You can recover faster by taking hydrogen-rich water. Joint pain. So many of us who are, as we are getting older, you are complaining, your parents are complaining, my joints are paining me, and all of those things. Heart diseases, a lot of individuals, you listening to the sound of my voice, you work a lot, you do a lot of work, you are stressed out in your business, in your job. You have an amazing, crazy work ethic. But guess what? At the end of the day, your blood pressure is rising, and it has never come to normal. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to switch to hydrogen-rich water. Abdominal cell growth, including cancers. We've had testimonies of individuals who have been struggling with breast cancer. tumors, and the pain they experienced. But guess what? They've been able to take care of it using the hydrogen-rich water. I had a woman who testified, that was last week, about 28 years of high blood pressure. Her normal blood pressure previously was 150, 180, 160, 170. It doesn't come down 150 for 28 years. But guess what? In 7 days of consuming hydrogen-rich water recommended to her by her son, who is a medical doctor, guess what? In 7 days, she was able to normalize her blood pressure to over 120. And guess what? Today, it is staying at optimum now. And that's amazing. Kidney diseases, all right? I know of someone who had gone through kidney dialysis for over 9 years. He goes for dialysis twice every week. Twice every week. How much is dialysis in Nigeria? Over 40,000 or so, I think. But imagine spending 80,000 naira every week for 9 solid years. But guess what? He was able to take care of that using hydrogen-rich water. There are testimonies, countless testimonies around the world as to what hydrogen-rich water has done to so many lives as we're speaking. Alzheimer's disease and dementia. Some of your parents are struggling with these things. They no longer can coordinate. Some people, their hands are shaking. You can't hold something for a long time, right? We have testimonies of people like that whom that has corrected by simply using hydrogen-rich water. Low energy. You work a lot, but you're always tired and exhausted. Aging, wrinkles and lines in your faces because of you getting older by the day. Guess what? You can simply use the Ultra H2 gadget, okay? This is the Ultra H2, right? The Ultra H2, you can use this and take care of the issues you are having. Ladies and gentlemen, it's amazing what is actually possible for anyone who understands the benefits of hydrogen water. Okay, so we partner with so many global business partners who are making these gadgets available all around the world, and other products of the company, they are making them available all around the world.